Ooh, Pleiades. I'm from there. I'm Pleiadian.
I'm P.
I am P. My gender address me as P.
I'm also P.
Yeah, we're Pleiadian.
And the Golden Gate.
The silver and the gold gate.
The sun has just entered over the last few days this part of the sky where the Milky Way galaxy is actually bisecting the ecliptic, which is the path, the apparent path of the sun that we watch. The Milky Way is actually crossing over this part of the sky, and it's a place where the constellation Orion meets Gemini, meets Auriga, the charioteer, meets Taurus, the bull. To me, a vortex of energy. This is the Silver Gate. It's directly opposite our galactic center, where a supermassive black hole resides, called Sagittarius A star is another name. This is the galactic center, the womb, the root. It's the Golden Gate. There are alignments. There are alignments to the stars of Orion. Human awareness originating from the stars of Orion. This is the Silver Gate. It's just kind of like coming in. This is the light of the Milky Way. And it's happening to align at this time in history with our solstices. This hasn't always been so. When things affect the ecliptic, it like seems to really affect our life here on Earth.
Well, the ecliptic is like that ring around. So I see the ecliptic almost like part of our clock system. Like we're really going to tap into it. And with the silver and the gold gate, the galactic center kind of like sending things out, if it's this supermassive black hole, when we want to really let something leave, like we're composting, it being the root and the anti-center being the crown, the gold and the silver, or the gold being like the solar plexus and the crown, release through this point, through this vortex, and compost and send things outside of our galaxy even, so that the energy can go back to the void to repurpose, so it can become potential energy again, so it can be part of like the creation, the imagination, and like unlimited possibilities of all that can happen. I'm seeing such a potential to use both of these points in the sky, and the silver being like right there with Orion. Orion is a constellation. You can always see Orion. It's so easy. You know, it's like a being. You can tell. I'm not surprised that our ancient ancestors have been using that constellation, aware of that constellation, seeing themselves in the constellation, saying human consciousness may have come from that constellation. Well, it looks like a person. You know, it looks like a person. The anti-center being Orion and the supermassive black hole being in Virgo, Osiris, Isis combination, I've been really getting downloaded that those two together, you know, Isis, Osiris, and then Horus, it's a trinity that we're really activating this cosmic pineal gland. Another huge activation, like shift, update, whatever word you want, ascension. It doesn't really matter what word you use or don't use. We're changing. We're supposed to change, and the stars are helping us. A powerful time to check in and tap in and sink into those gold and silver gates and the super galactic center to really bathe our pineal glands in this like star consciousness.
Around the head of Virgo, we have Laniakea supercluster. There is a supergalactic center that our local group of galaxies is the energetic hub where, yes, a black hole is also there. It's called the smoking gun.
Because material is coming out of it, like star debris and energy, and energy is coming out of it. So if the black hole, you usually think like everything's being sucked in, like nothing can escape, even light can exist. And then we talk about the supermassive black hole, which is called the smoking gun, and something's coming out of it. It's shooting things out.
Talking about the supergalactic center up near the head. So Virgo is the great goddess Isis as a star goddess, also an earth goddess. You know, the earth and sky, Isis and Ceres and Mary and all the different versions of the goddess that Virgo has been.
The idea of the center, I feel like I've been getting so much information just about the center. So if you think about our galactic center is the center of our galaxy where we are all kind of orbiting around. It's that point in the space-time fabric that kind of, you know, if you put the bowling ball on the trampoline and then things kind of start gravitating to it. It's that like point in the center. And when I think of center, as we talk about the eye of Horus, our eye, like the pupil of our eye, is the void space that lets the light in. It gets small when we're in bright light, it gets big when we're in dark light. It is changing to let the light in. So I do see that these centers, these vortexes, these gates, they aren't open all the time. It's not like our pupil. They're not open all the time. They are able to be really small and close, and they can open up. And I do see that right now they're pretty open. Like the light is coming in or coming out. So it's such a powerful time to really connect to the center of everything and allow that like light to illuminate all that you need to see. Let that light fill your cells so you can be healthy and strong. Like really let that light come in and come out. It's really a time to remember what center is. I think it's easy to say center, but really what is center? To me, center is a void kind of space, or a very dense point, like pulling everything else around it. Connecting to the illumination, I think, is an important time, even when going through times of darkness.
Yes, and darkness. That's the Golden Gate. This is the dark rift to the Mayans. This is a part of the sky, partially because of the black hole, but also just the amount of cloud surrounding this area. This is a very dark region of the Milky Way called the Dark Rift. In Indian and Vedic astrology, this is the nakshatra that's known as Mula, all the root. This is a bound up group of roots. This is like looking at the root that holds us all together, and that is the galactic center. And the moon is building, towards the full moon in Mula Nakshatra, in area of the sky that is the Golden Gate, the galactic center, with the sun opposite in the Silver Gate.
And I love thinking about those cosmic roots. It's so easy for humans to be like, I'm not like you, you're the problem. Really separating. When really we're all connected in this cosmic root of Mula, like we're really all connected into this dark rift, this place of deep composting cosmic material. Like it's not just here. We have soil here, but there's nutrients, there's food to the cosmos too. So as we're letting things out of us, out of our atmosphere, like out of our galaxy, like it's always going to a root point. And the thing is that I really see these centers, these roots, not just one or two or three. It keeps going. And it's so fascinating how vast everything is. The more you can really connect to whatever outer container you're able to comprehend, it's a powerful place to work because it contains everything inside. So working at the microscopic, like DNA level, and working out to the celestial field is really important. So you can have all of those experiences. So you're not just trapped in the false grid of reality, and knowing that there's a multitude, limitless ways to have this human earthly experience.
Time of the light. The Milky Way, aligned with their solstices and this full moon coming up. The full moon will be in aspect to our friend Jupiter, not only ruled by Jupiter in Sagittarius. So these are the stars, again, talking about the stars of Sag. And the Sag is one of the constellations that surrounds the galactic center. Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer, is another, as well as Scorpio / Scorpius. The stinger stars of Scorpius align here with Mula, galactic center, the root. Sagittarius, it's a fiery, expansive.
Not only does Sagittarius align, Sagittarius, the archer, I mean, all of our constellations on the ecliptic, they're beings. They're a multitude of beings. Sagittarius, the archer, is pointing at the galactic center. You know, you're aiming at a bullseye. Maybe you're letting something go, but with intention. You're like letting your old stuff go, your old self go, but you're not just letting it go to be like, peace, see ya, never needed you. Thank you for all that you taught me. I'm letting you go, and you are going to nourish the seed that I'm planting, the seed that I planted. So it's important to really remember the consciousness of all the different planetary bodies and celestial bodies, because they all are doing something. They're here, they're helping us if we let them.
The archers, literally that fiery stare into the galactic center, you know, that arrow of fire, really powerful fiery stars.
A lot of fire has come to the surface for sure. But you know, we've come a long way. Can I just say that we've come a long way? I mean, I'm not going back, like, I don't know how far back I'm going, but let's just say that we are coming out of the eclipse season still. Like, we're also coming out of this eclipse season.
We're not out.
We're not out, but we're trying to get out of it.
This is the lunation coming to fruition from a solar eclipse. So whatever the solar eclipse initiated, at least this go around, because eclipses are part of much larger cycles, but this is the fruition, the fullness of the eclipse that began in Taurus.
Yes. You know, Taurus, I see when I commune with Taurus, I commune with the Minotaur. That's the being that shows up, head of a bull, body of a person, really working deep in that primal brain. So we're not stuck in the labyrinth, so we're not stuck in the false systems, because we have to remember we made the labyrinth. We can find any way through. There's lots of hidden doors, and we can change the form. We have authority over our own labyrinth. We're not just like rats trapped in it. So with that like primal brain, is that the primal brain is upgrading and integrating. It's that deepest structure in our brain, and that the primal brain can keep us in like fight or flight, jumping in between parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. And it can update and us know that we don't have to do that anymore. We don't have to be like going back and forth, like pinging back and forth between toxic like binary that just keeps us trapped and wasting all of our energy. So the primal brain is that oldest, deepest structure, the reptilian brain. The reptilian, we're updating the reptilian so that we can be more in peace and ease and tune into the animals too. I really see the tuning into the animals, because the bull, you know, the bull, the cow, like how much do we use the bull and the cow? And when did we stop honoring the bull? When did we stop honoring the cow? Like, when did we stop doing this with animals? Because animals are treated so poorly. That the bull, the cow has been talking to me so much of how poorly we treat such a giving, loving creature, a creature that's for so much peace, really here to sacrifice themselves for us over and over again. So it's all there, you know, we're kind of going through all of it.
I mean, this whole eclipse season has been, we've had the nodes of the moon, the great dragon, Rahu Ketu, head and tail of the dragon, aligned with the two other royal stars, we Eye of the Bull, Aldebaran, and the Heart of the Scorpion, Antares. Great grand cross created in the sky of these, you know, stellar guardian stars, the royal stars.
The Minotaur has the key. That is the magic. The Minotaur has the key. They've been holding on to the key the whole time. We've got beings and guardians, star beings in the stars. They have our special tools. They have to unlock it for us. Like, we remember that, oh, we have the key, or they've been holding the key with us. I mean, we're in a video game. Let's be real. We're in the video game. Go get the mushroom, get the extra star, get the extra life, find the key, go behind the scenes. And with that, those 4 royal stars making this gigantic, like, cardinal cross, that's the cross. I mean, think about the cross. This symbol has been used for so long. And to me, it's connecting to all the elements, connecting to the directions, and really finding your willpower to be able to be at the center, knowing that you do have a full 360 degrees of guides and choices around you. A lot of times people make choices just because their view is limited, and they think that's all there is, but really there's a whole array of choices around us. So when you're able to really activate that cross, you activate your will forces, which allows you to really be in your center and see all around you, and like be protected all around you, and not be so controlled within that labyrinth. Ooh, it's a powerful time. Those stars are talking.
The moon will be near the galactic center. The sun will be near the galactic anti-center. And again, this is the golden gate where the moon will be at the galactic center, and the silver gate at the galactic anti-center. Kind of a window out, perhaps, the anti-center.
Yes, the pineal gland, the third
The
eye.
pineal gland, yes. The root to the crown, this kind
Yeah.
of like central column that is the Milky Way.
Cosmic chakra system, or the cosmic spine, root to crown, like the tree of life. I think there's your body, there's many different ways you can interpret it, to really like feeling into that cosmic root and cosmic crown, knowing that you're able to receive the information from the cosmos, not just here on Earth. And our DNA is starseed. We're unlocking our DNA code. We're really unlocking that DNA code so that we can transform ourselves anew. The eclipse wants us to transform. We want to transform.
The astrology has been very on.
It is all of us. Like, we're all doing it together.
Ooh, Pleiades. I'm from there. I'm Pleiadian.
I'm P.
I am P. My gender is P. You can address me as P.
I'm also P.
Yeah, we're Pleiadian. Welcome to the 5D reality.